Good afternoon. You are tuned into Ability Matters, a program that covers matters to do with abilities, disabilities and everything in between. Ability Matters is one of the longest running disability-related programs in the whole wide world. Starting as Headway On Air in 2007, you can now listen to podcasts of previous Ability Matters programs on YouTube and Spotify. Just search for Ability Matters. Ability Matters is brought to you by My Home Living Care, an NDIS registered disability.
Yes. Okay, first of all, this is Ability Matters on 106.9 VOX FM, the Illawarra's greatest community radio station. We've got, I'm going to open up today's show with an 80s classic here, Huey Lewis in the News, Do You Believe in Love, from the 1982 album Picture This. So here it is. I remember this song from the Back to the Future film, the first one. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I just got into the song then. Thank you very much. Now, yes, so I have with me, as per usual, my co-host, Bec from Flagstaff.
How you going today, Tony?
I'm going pretty well.
That's
despite
good.
little imperfections here and there, but only human.
Let's people know it's real, mate.
Exactly.
Let's people know it's real. Not recording.
Not recording.
Yeah, a lot of other stations have it recorded.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
This is real.
well, we can have this. Oh, you mean pre-recorded?
Yeah.
That's so, yeah, because we're always recording everything here as well at VOX FM, but...
No, that's a bit different. We are.
Oh, you mean...
We're live.
Yeah.
We're not pre-recorded.
I understand what you're saying now, yes. They're going to have it pre-recorded and edited and make sure it all sounds perfect at the right monotone and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, a little bit robotic, but
Yes,
you know.
Anyway, and who's our guest today? Amanda?
Yes, Amanda from the Housing Trust. She's the CEO. How are you today, Amanda?
I'm wonderful, thanks, Bec, and thanks, Tony, for having me in the studio today. It's very exciting.
You're
Thanks
most
for coming
welcome.
along. We're interested to hear more about the Housing Trust. So I suppose we'll just dive into those questions and get the show rolling. So I'm just wondering, can you share what the Housing Trust does, Amanda?
Yeah, sure. Housing Trust has been working in the Illawarra for over 40 years now, so we've been here and established a long presence. We provide community housing. We're a community housing provider, and that means that we provide social and affordable homes for people in our community who need them. We've got about 1,200 homes under management at the moment.
Oh, that's a lot. That's
no
a lot.
small number.
It's not a small number. The unfortunate thing about that number is that it doesn't meet all of the need that we see in our local community. But to that, I would say we certainly do our best and certainly look for opportunities to keep growing to meet the need that we do see.
Would that be like access, like houses that have certain accessibility things that they might need?
Like
Yeah.
wheelchair access, yes?
Yes, we work really hard to make sure that we can provide homes that meet the needs of a broad range of people who reflect the community that we live in. And we know that almost half of our tenants identify as having a disability, living with a disability. So it's really important to us that we make sure across the board our service is as inclusive as it can be.
Hey.
Wonderful.
It sounds like it's a good thing you're doing there for the community, especially the affordable side of housing. That's going to tick a lot of boxes for most of the community, I think.
You're using kind of a PG term saying it's a good thing. I think it's great.
Oh, thank you, Tony.
I'm just,
I can go and get in there and, fantabulous. And
Oh, there we go.
I've got words.
Got a fair vocabulary. Love to see. Even though a couple of them were made up there, fantabulous. Oh,
Yeah, I've been watching Wicked. They have all these weird words that aren't like superlicious. I'm like, what is that? It's a new word.
phantasmical. Yeah, I can't come up. Phantasmical? That's the one I was
Yeah,
looking for.
there you go.
Phantasmical.
It's, kind of reminds you of the day of supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah.
It's evolving. They keep on using these words.
Made up words. Makes it sound like they know exactly what you're talking about. Change accents from time to time. There you go.
My favourite is the helicopter.
Helicopter.
Yeah, it's a helicopter.
Yeah. So what do they call it? It's like rhyming slang, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, the flutter by. Those sort of things. They sound exciting
Fair
when
enough.
you chuck them in there.
Let's get back to them, leave them there for a moment. Get right back to the interview, shall we? Okay.
No worries. My next question for you, Amanda, is about your role as CEO. What parts of the organisation do you look after?
Well, I'm going to take a twist on your question if I can, Bec, and I'm going to
Go
share
for
with you
it.
first the thing that I love most about my role of being CEO, and that is supporting our team to do all of the things that they do in the local community. So that's absolutely my favourite part of the role. My second favourite part of the role is getting out and about and connecting with our customers as often as I can. For me, I think it's so important to do those things, and my team often joke that it's the thing that fills my cup. So there's a couple of things. If you see me walking around the office, I'm probably looking for chocolate. That's the first thing. And if there's an opportunity to get out and about, then I'm the first one out there. I absolutely love it. In addition to that, of course, there's some other things I need to do. Working closely with the board and the executive team to lead the way. But as I said, I think the key part of the work, particularly in a community organisation like Housing Trust, is being able to work behind the team who are at the front line doing everything that they do to support our customers every day.
I like that. You're a supportive person by the sound of it, and very engaging. Get out there and bit of a social butterfly.
Yeah, you can't stop me. Someone said it the other day, once you get me out for a chat, that's it. So you've picked the right person to come and have a chat in studio today.
That's wonderful.
So your nickname is Miss Have a Chat, is it?
Miss Have a Chat, the social butterfly, we've got them all. And every now and then someone will say, I think you need to just go and sit at your desk and do some work. Yeah.
Oh, have you heard that? It's a Raymond one. Everyone loves Raymond.
Yeah.
Lady Chatterling.
Oh.
Never heard of that one.
Yeah, because she chats all the time.
I'll take that back to the office. I'll share that. I'll ask everyone,
Lady
get some
Chatterling.
feedback.
I don't know, it's just one he threw in there. But yeah, I think it's a good idea if we maybe go to some music.
Rightio.
Then we'll be right back with some more questions.
To continue the interview. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Give my me a chance to reset. Yeah, okay. I'm going to open up. Well, I haven't opened up yet. I'm going to continue this morning's show with Queen Stone Cold Crazy from 1974 album Sheer Heart Attack. I only know this song when Metallica covered it, but that's just me. Yeah, I love Queen too. Here we go. Yeah.
Don't go crazy, you know.
You're listening to Ability Matters on 106.9 VOX. Yes, VOX FM. Okay, so that last song I just played for you was Queen Stone Cold Crazy, 1974 album Sheer Heart Attack. Now let's get back into the interview between Bec and Amanda. Go for it.
Thank you. So I'm just wondering, Amanda, like we've been talking about the housing trust and how you do affordable housing, but also you help a lot of the community. So I'm just interested, what are the types of accommodation you offer?
Sure. So we do have both social and affordable housing. That's really where we focus. So social housing is very much offered in partnership with the government, and both of these forms of housing provide lovely, reliable, long-term stable housing. So there's a lease in place, and what that does for tenants and for the customers of the housing trust is make sure that they've got stability and the foundation of a really safe, stable base in their home.
Yeah, I suppose a lot of the private rental market, you're not sure if you're going to go for 12 months and that's it, or if it's going to continue. So having that's a good certainty for a lot of people.
Yeah, we know, we do. We've got lots of data at the Housing Trust. So one thing that we know is that our tenants do stay with us for quite a long time. That gives us the lovely opportunity to really build relationships with the people that we're working with. Most of our tenants stay with us for about 8 years.
Dedicated.
Wow.
Dedicated,
That's
absolutely.
good. Yeah. Well, I suppose if you've got a good thing, why would you part with that? Unless you need to go somewhere else or something like that. Is there a process to apply or get on a waiting list or anything like that?
Yes, it depends what kind of housing you're looking for. So for social housing, which is housing for very low to low income earners, so people who we know would find it really hard to find a home in the private rental market, there's a centralised waiting list, and that's actually run by the government. It's called Housing Pathways. People can access that, and being on that central wait list means that there's more likely an offer of a home. So it could come from someone like the Housing Trust, or it could come straight from the government, and we work very closely in partnership with the New South Wales government to provide social housing. So the waitlist works that way for social housing. Affordable housing works a little bit differently. It's open to a wider cohort of people, so you could be on a very low income still, or you could be on a moderate income and you could move into affordable housing. The way the application process works for that is that it's advertised much like it is in the private rental market. So you could visit the Housing Trust website and there might be a vacancy that you can see there and you can apply. So there is a process to apply. You do need to be eligible, but it does have a broader eligibility than social housing. So really about making sure there's a number of options, both for very low or low income earners in social housing, moving into very low to moderate income earners for affordable housing.
Excellent, excellent. Now, I've been recently out and had the opportunity to see one of the wonderful complexes you've got out. It's not a Shell Cove, is it Shell Harbour? What do you call that suburb?
Yes, we spent some time together recently at Shell Harbour, which was really lovely.
Yeah, so and that was a whole complex. So you had a whole, like a what would you call it? It's, you've got some freestanding houses, some apartments. Well, I'm thinking like, when you see a whole housing estate come up from someone that's purchased and developing that land, it's actually quite broad. You've got quite a few houses in there. So I'm just wondering, for those residents that live in these complexes, do you actually provide social activities for them?
We do. As a community housing provider, making sure that we engage with our customers is really key part of our organisation. So we do things like the HT Connect events, which is really where we go out and connect with our residents. We visit, we might give them an update on the maintenance that's happening, or it may just be about celebrating an event. And in that case, it was about celebrating 10 years of that community. So that's really special to us. Some of the other things that we do around community engagement, again, that we feel really, really strongly about are things like our Tyler West Education Scholarship Program. We run that. It's been running for a decade now, and that's a way for us to support our tenants not only through their home, but for us being able to make sure that they're supported to achieve their education or employment goals. So that's a lovely program that we run and a really good example of some of the ways that we connect with our tenants.
Oh, wow, I had no idea that you did that as well. That sounds like, so as well as helping them with housing, you're actually backing that up to help them achieve their education goals as well.
We really try very hard to. We know that having a home is a real foundation to people being able to have that sense of safe, secure and affordable rent so that they can go and do other things, whether that be access education, whether that be work, whether it be living close enough to the kids' school where they don't feel like they're going to have to move next week or in 6 months. Those things are really important to us.
More stability.
Absolutely about more stability.
Definitely. I'm going to flick over to you now, Tony.
Rightio then. Well, I'm going to play for you one of your favourites, I believe, wasn't it there, Amanda?
Thank you so much,
You
Tony.
requested the Beatles with Let It Be. And yes, I don't play Beatles very often, but I figure out of being a request, I had to do it. I mean, I love the Beatles, but if you play a few Beatles songs, general listeners just think all they do is he plays nothing but Beatles songs. But
everybody needs a little bit of the Beatles in their life, and that is absolutely one of my favourites. So thank you, Tony, for indulging me with a request. And you're lucky
pleasure.
That we didn't come back to air with me humming or singing along.
He's done well.
Might have been more than you bargained for.
As I was about to say before, the thing I like the most about the Beatles is they not only played their own songs, they wrote their own songs and everything like that. So the Beatles were the best. I mean, not quite my generation or anything, but that's a different show. But
I think they're timeless, absolutely timeless. Yeah. That
was just a hint. I mean, that's just one song off one album, but that was actually just I know it's credited to the Beatles as a whole, but I'm pretty sure it was more or less just Paul McCartney that did the majority of that song because he was playing the piano and everything like that. So, yeah.
It's a beautiful one.
Possibly, you could be right there.
But, yeah, you can't have one person jump and say, oh, maybe in Paul McCartney, oh, it's not the Beatles as a whole. I wrote the song all like that. I want to get all the royalties of that song. No. He did it for the band. So, anyway,
Cool.
Let's continue. Go for it,
Thanks,
Beck.
Tony.
Interviewing Amanda.
Okay, so I'm just wondering, Amanda, could you tell us about the new housing that you have opening up shortly?
Yeah, of course. We're really excited at the Housing Trust to be opening 27 new homes. They'll be ready for people to move in, we hope, in July. That's been a great project that we've been working on for a couple of years. It's right in Wollongong, quite close to the hospital, close to the train station. So a very good location for people to have the opportunity to move to. There'll be 27 new homes there. There's a range of 1s, 2s and 3 bedrooms. So a lovely opportunity for us to create a real community in a great location and a mix of social and affordable homes. So a lovely opportunity there. And we've been supported in that project in a really lovely way by both Wollongong City Council, the New South Wales Government and the federal government with some funding through the Housing Australia Future Fund. So we've been very well supported and we're looking forward to opening that project with all of our partners very soon.
So I'm just curious, does that mean they're going to be brand new homes?
They are brand new homes. They're being constructed as we speak. They're in the final stages. I was there just the other day and the team, I don't think will mind me sharing with you, they were looking absolutely beautiful. They were pristine, but it had been raining and I walked through with mud on my shoes.
Oh, whoopsie.
Yeah.
That's a carpet cleaning exercise.
Absolutely. It was hard floors, so it was okay.
That's not too bad. Bit of a mop.
Yeah, but they're coming along really, really well. There's a number of options there, as I said, depending on what the community needs, from the 1s to the 3-bedders. There's some lovely outdoor spaces, communal areas to support the things that we were speaking about earlier, just in really building a community and making sure that people, although they might be living in a unit, have access to some lovely outdoor spaces, some beautiful gardens and those sorts of things.
Oh, amazing.
Do you by any chance do any sort of disability housing?
There's a couple of homes in the complex and across all of our buildings that are accessible, and we work really hard to make sure that we try to meet tenants' independent individual needs. So working with occupational therapists and the like to make sure that when somebody has got something that they really need, that we're putting that into their home for them. And we're seeing a number of reasons to do that. Of course, people age, so they come into our home and they age and their needs change. So we work really hard to try to support that. And we also make sure that we have options for people who might be living in a wheelchair or have difficulty with things like stairs. So we're really thinking about all of those things in our designs, trying to make sure that we've got lift access and all of the things that mean it's easy for people to access one of our homes.
Wonderful. I was just thinking that in my head, so I'm just assuming then you have elevators, that sort of thing?
We do have lots of elevators, and we've got a wonderful team at the Housing Trust who in our maintenance team, so the team that will take the tenant's phone call if something's not working or something that's broken, and they do coordinate all of those things, everything from the lifts to the fire services to make sure that our homes are safe, accessible, and in really good quality. It's really important for us. Our mission actually is a decent home, and we really want to make sure that we're providing a decent home, spaces that people can be proud of and that they really feel comfortable living in.
Oh, that sounds good, and it's really good to hear that you think of in the capacity of as they're aging and things like that as well, because they might not need it straight away initially, but a few years down the track, oh, lo and behold, they need that now. So
yeah, we try to make sure that people are really supported through their journey with us. As I said before, we know our tenants spend on average about 8 years with us, and we also know that a lot can change in that time. So there's some excellent things, particularly with social housing, where if that property is not working for somebody, then we can also work with them to support a transfer process. It's not easy all of the time because we're limited in the number of properties that we have, but we really try our best to make sure that people are supported through that process and that their home really works for them, and if it doesn't, a supported process around trying to find one that does.
awesome. I'm just for speedballing here, we're ad hocing. The difference of people that have secure housing, what does it make to a person to have that security and stability in their home?
We have the great joy every day at the Housing Trust of seeing the difference that a safe home can make for somebody. And I
Security,
think
yes.
that's it's a real privilege for us to work alongside people. We see the excitement as somebody comes in to sign their new lease, and the relief and the real foundation of safety that does give to people. So we genuinely believe that having access to a safe, stable home is life-changing.
I agree. I think that there would be so many people that a huge weight would get lifted off their shoulders knowing that they've got somewhere that can stay long term.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I said, it's our great privilege to operate in the local community where our 1,200 homes really are located across Wollongong, Shellharbour and Kiama. So very close, and communities that we've been operating in for a really long time. So lots of strong connection there. And again, just really recognising the foundation and change that a secure home can make.
Definitely.
Wonderful.
I'm just wondering, could you share some of the advice that you might give someone needing housing?
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing I would say is reach out to us at the Housing Trust, whether that be visiting our website, giving us a phone call. We've got a lovely local team who can help, and they can help access or assist the process to have a look at social housing, and they can also help with affordable housing. So there's lots of resources on the Housing Trust website, but again, the team is local, they're available, and they're really happy to help through those initial stages.
Speaking of that website, do you know what it is? Or can you mention it?
Absolutely. It's housingtrust.org.au.
Pen and paper, everyone. Very
Pen
simple.
and paper.
housingtrust.org.au. One word?
Yes, all one word, all lowercase.
I suppose you could even put in the Google search Housing Trust.
True.
And it might even just bring that up as well. Well, that might be at the top of the list.
We hope so. Absolutely. Like I said, there's lots of resources there. Some of the other things that you can check out while you're there, we run a lovely quarterly newsletter for our tenants. There's often some great articles and some good information there, but also that very early information about supporting you when you're thinking about needing to look for a home. The other thing I would say, if unfortunately anybody finds themselves in a very urgent situation.
Dire straits, yes.
Dire straits. If you find yourself in dire straits, then the right place to go for that is Link to Home, and that number and telephone number is available and available 24/7. So that's the right place to go if you need emergency help.
And do you have that number?
I haven't got it off the top of my head.
Sorry. So what did you say? Link
to Home. Yes, correct.
So just Google Link to Home?
Yep.
And you never know. I'm sure they'd have a phone number on that. And an email, if you can't get access to email, you can always go to your local community centre and ask them to help you send an email to
Housing Trust.
Yeah.
Do we ask specifically for you, Amanda, or just in general?
Anybody in the team will be able to help you with those inquiries. So any inquiries about new housing, 42541166 is the telephone number for the Housing Trust, and certainly we can help direct you in the right way.
Okay then, well, it's 21 minutes to 1 p.m, and so I'll just got time to fit in a few more songs, I believe. Let's play some America with Woman tonight from 1975 album Hearts. Here we go. Great tune. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to go back to, is that the interview, I believe it is?
No, we're going to keep rolling.
All right, good stuff.
Let the good times roll.
Why should I doubt it? Yes, go for it. Let's keep going, shall we?
No, well, I'm actually keen to hear a little bit about you and your personal life, if you don't mind, Amanda. What do you like to do when you're not working?
To make listeners realise you're actually a real person, not just a machine on the other side of the phone.
A real person. I'm certainly a real person, definitely a human.
I can see it, yes.
Oh, thanks, Tony. So some of the things I love to do, I love spending time with my family, of course. So I've got a lovely husband and I've got 3 beautiful children, so I feel very blessed. And of course, whenever the the opportunity arises, it's amazing to spend time with them. We've just had the long weekend, which has been lovely. One of the other things is I'm also a student myself, so I'm studying at the University of Wollongong at the moment. I'm in the final stages of my Masters in Business. So juggling all of these things sometimes feels like a lot, but genuinely I feel so blessed to have a family who support me in my career, the opportunity to study and to keep learning and to apply that learning at work. So I do feel very lucky and have lots of opportunity to do things also outside of work that I know are helping me to grow. So that's a really lovely opportunity to have.
I'm just curious, business, what made you decide to pick a Masters in Business or not something else?
It's been something that's interested me for a really, really long time. So something, again, that many people won't know. I finished school in year 11. I was desperate to start working, and I started my career at the front counter of a real estate agency.
Oh,
Wow.
So for a very long time I've been working in property, and again I've had so many remarkable opportunities to move and share the experience, both from being right at the front counter, answering the phone calls, moving into property management, and then going through the process of having some great experiences and opportunities along the way. And it's not lost on me when I reflect just how lucky I am to have been through a career that's enabled me to progress to being the CEO of a local community organisation. And I think study for me at this point in my life, it just made perfect sense. It was something that I really wanted to do, and I genuinely believe you have to be ready for it. I've tried a couple of times, very unsuccessfully along the way. And right now, in the moment, it's working. I'm really enjoying it. I'm taking a lot out of it. I'm learning a lot. And I genuinely believe that it is helping me at work. But the other thing that's happening is that work is really helping me with my studies. So I think the interplay of those two things together has just happened at the right time, and it's been really great. So I'm enjoying it tremendously.
Oh, that's awesome. How long have you got to go?
I've got 3 subjects left to go,
Ooh.
so I'm getting towards the end. But I am taking my time. So, of course, making sure that we balance these things is really important. So I'm doing one subject at a time. So I should be finished soon. About halfway through next year, I should be finished.
Oh, that's exciting. We get to wear a gown.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
One of them cool little hats with the little swirly things on the top of them.
What are they called again? Graduation student
Yes,
hats?
the graduation. Yes, I'm really looking forward to
Graduation
that.
crowns, actually.
Oh, a crown. Well, I certainly have never worn one of those before.
Nor have I, except for maybe one of those fancy dress parties.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I'm not that exciting, Tony. I don't get out to many of those.
I didn't say I have. I'm saying that's the only other place I could think of that you might wear one.
Maybe.
I did one once for a photo shoot. It made me laugh because
That could work.
never been to university in my life.
Well, up
The
until
graduate
recently,
thing on.
neither had I. So I think, anything is possible. And certainly had you have asked me even 5 years ago if I would have been getting to this stage, I would have said no. So hopefully that is inspiration. My oldest daughter's also studying at the same time, so it's an interesting journey in our house at the moment, but certainly one.
Mother and daughter. That's
Mother and
powerful.
daughter at the same time, and we've certainly been able to learn from each other. And that's again been a really lovely experience to understand some of the things that she's going through. So
It sounds like a pretty fantastic opportunity. That doesn't come around very often where you can both do it together at the same time and see what each other is going through and all the ups and downs of those things. But I commend you. Congratulations. Most people are done and dusted by their mid-30s, so they don't want to go back there again.
I'm not going back to school because they've had bad times or bad experiences with either other students or teachers themselves.
I've been very lucky with the experiences that I've had, but certainly you could also reflect on my life to this point and say I've done many things out of order, so that might be something else. Yeah,
I decided, I'm going to go back and do that now.
Exactly.
Tick that one off, yeah.
I'm not sure if it matters the order in which you get things done. surely there'd be other orders that are make it more efficient, but as long as you get it done in the end, that's what you've got to focus on.
I don't think there is an order.
That's what I'm just trying to say, yeah.
It's organised chaos. It's exciting.
It's definitely organised chaos at my house, and sometimes it's not that organised. When you've got two toddlers, certainly the organisation has to... You've got to lower your threshold sometimes for the organisation. So I tell myself that all of the time.
It's probably a good thing to keep reminding yourself of. Doesn't matter how it gets done, as long as it gets done.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming in today, Amanda. I hope you enjoyed having a chat with us here.
I can't wait to come back. Thank you so much, Rebecca and Tony, for having me and for taking great care of me in what you know is my first experience in a radio studio.
Oh, you've done well.
Thank
You've
you very
done
much.
brilliantly.
Be proud of you. You picked a great song. Let it be.
Oh, it's
awesome.
an excellent song.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll generally probably ask you to come back around the end of the year. You might have some more information. Your housing complex
We'd
may
love.
be open, so you can
In
fill us
general,
in
just
on
for
that.
a catch-up, see how you're doing. Make sure everything's still on the right track.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would.
See how you're going with your study.
Making sure you're still succeeding in life. Yes.
I would absolutely welcome the opportunity to come back anytime, and I'm so thankful to you both for just being so welcoming and making me feel so calm and welcome as I've come into the
It's a
studio
breeze.
today.
Thank you very
Not a
much.
problem.
Thank you very much.
It's time for a big
Okay.
fist pump, is it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big fist pump.
No one can see it, but yoo-hoo.
It's happening.